Your family, your health, our passion. This is Family Practice with Dr. Jeffrey Fox, sponsored by Family Practice Associates of Lexington, PSC. Visit us at fpalex.com and like us on Facebook.
Welcome to this episode of Family Practice. I'm Dr. Jeff Fox. Tonight we're going to talk about summer health hazards. And did you know a scan for bone density and osteoporosis can also tell you the percent of body fat? We're going to tell you how. And also, do you need an x-ray? Do you need a CAT scan? Do you need an MRI? We've got a radiologist to help us make that decision. All that and Feeding Kentucky is here. But to start us off tonight is Dr. Jimmy Rossi, a family doctor at Family Practice Associates. Welcome.
Thank you for having me, Dr. Fox.
Now, I said heat, summer problems, and this week has been hot. So tell me some things about heat that we need to worry about.
I think we all have to get used to summer. Doesn't matter where you live, it's going to hit us, and more or less we can all handle the heat if we're doing the right things. So making sure we've got some way of hydrating ourselves, making sure we got some way of getting out of the sun when it's too hot, and in general, I don't care what you call it, but if you start to feel symptoms like fatigue, if you start to notice you're not sweating as much, if you start to feel like you're overheating, you actually probably are. It's something to check on. It's a lot harder to deal with as you get older. Like I said, it really doesn't matter where you are, especially if you're not used to that area. So.
Now, you mentioned also sun, get out of the sun, get out of the heat.
Yeah.
And so sun also leads to another health hazard problem, sunburn.
Definitely. We tell people this over and over. It's because it matters a lot. If we can protect from the sun both the UV rays and the heat itself, that's probably the best we can ask for. You've got your sunscreens, a couple different types, but in general we recommend 15 to 30 SPF or higher. Make sure that you're not damaging your skin, because that's something you end up paying for in the long run. But we also have other ways of protecting from the sun, like protective clothing. We use a slightly different rating scale, similar recommendations over about a 30 UPF. And the idea there is you not only block the rays, but maybe you absorb them and stop some of the heat too.
Okay. Now, so you mentioned stay hydrated, stay out of the sun, wear protective clothing, use sunscreen, and pay attention to both yourself and the people around you.
Yeah, and we're going to talk about that with some other summer risk factors, but being around other people, it's a little bit protective on itself. They can see it in you, you can see it in them.
Okay. Now, other things that are out in the summertime are insects, all right? Any specific ones we need to worry about?
I think with most of these insect bites, whether they're just more prevalent in the summer or whether people notice them more because they're paying attention to their skin, most of those bites don't matter too much. You just got to watch them, maybe put on a little bit of anti-itch lotion. If you're going to come to the doctor for one, it's going to be some kind of overwhelming multiple bites. It's going to be something like ticks probably. That's one that we talk about a lot, not just the summer now, but in Kentucky, the risk of tick-borne illnesses is going up.
Give me an example of a tick-borne illness.
So, Lyme disease is the prime example. I don't necessarily even need to talk about what kind of ticks carry it, because we're seeing that different types of ticks can carry this. They can carry other diseases too that act just like Lyme disease. The biggest thing is knowing when to check for ticks and getting them off of your body in totality, head and all if you can, within that first day or so.
Okay, now you mentioned insect bites and anti-itch, and another thing we see is poison ivy. That creates a lot of itching too. There's some things you can use over the counter before you end up at the doctor's office.
Yeah, absolutely. We have the most common type of steroid, hydrocortisone, and that can be pretty reasonable. You've got your Benadryls and your calamine itch lotions. All of that works, especially when you have small areas of poison ivy. If potentially you have some resistance to poison ivy, you're a little bit used to it. But for people that get really strong reactions, people that get whole body reactions, we do tend to go for the more whole body treatments, and that might be a stronger steroid, that might be an oral steroid. It's something, I think there's a pattern in people, so some people kind of know their risk there.
Okay, now with it being hot, a lot of people are out at the pool, and that's really drowning, and water safety is a big risk.
It's what I want to talk about most, because I think everybody's got stories, this situation where we just have to be aware. It doesn't matter what body of water necessarily. We talk about how little water it takes to cause a problem. What really matters is being aware of people that can't swim, being able to swim yourself, being around other people.
And kids are particularly at risk for drowning.
Yeah, it's we teach early training now. Lexington has multiple programs that you can get your child in. children in to build up their skills, but regardless of whether they know how to swim or not, you want to be available and attentive and honestly not distracted by other things. It's that important.
Well, that's great information. We appreciate you coming in, appreciate the care you give at Family Practice
Absolutely.
Associates. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Dr. Fox.
We'll be right back.